Alright guys, so it's the first morning of our Colorado elk and mule deer hunt, and man, it's awesome. We got in late last night. It was kind of a travel day. We got a few hours of daylight where we sat up on a ridge and did some spotting, but nothing crazy. It's nice cool this morning. We got a few mule deer tags and a few over-the-counter elk tags. So we're gonna slip up here. Me and Brandon are gonna hunt this ridge line, and then Jake and Cole are a little bit ways down in a different spot of the unit. So beautiful morning. We got some good weather changes this week, and we're gonna see what happens. See her legs underneath those bushes. And then there's one behind them in the... Yeah, he looks little. Alright, so we've had a pretty productive morning. Brandon and I slipped up here early, right at sunrise, and right at daybreak, we busted out like 2 or 3 elk. They went over the hill. I got one of them on camera. There's actually one that's pretty good, but they already got us. So the rest of the morning we just been glassing these hills real good. The sun's been coming up and kind of lighting things up, and we've seen quite a few does, and then we actually saw a nice little buck. He was just too young, but stuff's still moving. It's still a little bit cool, so we're gonna keep after it. And beautiful morning here. So yeah, so we're right here. Yeah, we're looking that way. That's he's on the hill. Yeah, for sure. We just spotted a nice buck. I don't know what he's doing, but he's laying just in the middle of the sun, in the middle of this big pasture. He's probably like 430 yards right now. But he's probably like in the 170 to 180 range, but he's a nice mature buck, so we're gonna keep our eye on him and kind of get a better gauge here in a second, get some more angles, but we might be getting behind the gun here soon. Alright, so we're making a move on Brandon's buck. He's pretty nice. He was laying down in this meadow, but we're gonna try to get a little bit closer and make a move.
He's walking a little bit to the right. He just went behind the bushes.
So we just made a move on that buck that was bedded down. Smoked him. I'd put another one in him maybe. No, he's down. He's kicking. Oh yeah, he just rolled. You're good. He's upside down now. Hey, good shit. Oh shoot.
That was cool. Hell yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, so we had we had a hell of a hunt this morning. We saw a lot of deer. We actually saw an elk earlier in the morning, right at daybreak. Spotted a couple younger bucks and some does, but when we saw this one, we knew, man, you can't pass that. He's old, mature. I think he's just a basic 4x4, but he's heavy too. So we saw him out in that open meadow when he was laying down in the sun, which was very odd for a mule deer as well. But we kind of made a move around, and he moved kind of into some thicker brush throughout the day as it heated up. But we just got it done. First tag filled.
Booyah.
Booyah.
Let's go.
Headed to get his buck, baby.
The head on that sucker. Pretty. There's some good ones.
Alright, so we just got settled in for the evening hunt. Obviously this morning was awesome. Brandon got a great shot on that nice buck. We got him tagged, quartered out and everything. And we actually came back to the same spot, so you know, we got about a couple hours left of daylight. But we're already seeing some good movement. We got a few spotted kind of farther away, so we're about to get the spotting scope out and see what we can see. So we've been glassing for about 2 hours or so. It's been a little bit slow. We have a couple does across this ridge. They've kind of been working up over across from us. And we've seen a few other deer like real far off, but nothing substantial. So it's still pretty early and there's some nice cloud cover, so I hope they're moving kind of the rest of the morning. We'll see. It's part of it. This wind is brutal. And they're calling tomorrow for like 50 miles an hour, so I don't know. We haven't seen anything yet. We just got up here a little bit ago. I don't know. They're probably bedded down. They'll probably be bedded down till like last night, so maybe we'll get lucky. Brandon and I are switching it up. We're going to a different spot, kind of down in this bottom, overlooking some of the canyon. So we got weather change coming through in the next couple days, so hopefully things start moving. We've seen some good bucks over the last few days, but nothing worth chasing. So we're gonna switch it up and see what happens today. All right, so we've been sitting up here for like 30 minutes or so. The sun's just now coming up and kind of warming up the hills, and Brandon spotted a nice buck He's probably like 1,000 yards away or so. We got him through the phone scope right now. He looks good. It's just we're trying to get some different angles on him since we'd have to make a pretty far move. So as the day warms up, hopefully stuff starts moving around. He's still bedded down, so we'll see, and hopefully be making a move here soon, possibly. We've been watching that buck here for a few hours now, and then we just lost him a little bit ago into the trees. We don't know if he bedded back down or if he's just taking his time. He was moving pretty slow, but other than that, we haven't really seen much. Even with this cold weather, we can see kind of the snowstorm building up across the valley from us, but still pretty slow moving. So a couple of the other guys are about to head up here, and we're gonna kind of keep this staked out and see if we can find him. All right, so we just climbed down from our little vantage point watching that buck. He drifted off into some deep, thick timber, and we just never got eyes back on him. It's just one of those things. He probably bedded up. We might come back up here this afternoon and see if we can get another look at him. He's a nice buck, but just didn't have another opportunity to get close to him. We were probably like 1,500 yards away, just a little too far. So we got one more evening hunt, and then the trip will be over. But overall, awesome trip. I mean, got Brandon's buck there early, kind of in the week, and then the rest of the trip we had a lot of cool encounters. Had to battle the wind in the kind of warmer days, but overall just a badass trip, and can't wait to come back.